Well, we just started driving out away from the Caryburn Bridge, heading back towards the A697, and we met a farmer coming up with his four-wheel drive, and he's asked us to reverse up back into a farm here to get off the road because there's a bunch of cows coming along the road there and there's loads of cars behind it. So he's shut the gate so they can't come squeezing past this car, because obviously the size of them would just crush this car. Well, here they come. You don't see this every day in the country, do you? It looks like there's a couple of cars behind it and a farmer on a quad bike, I think. So I'll just film it until I get past. Here they come. Walking milk churns. And obviously the farmer shut the gate just in case the Drew tried to get into here and squeeze past the car on the side. You don't realise how big these bloody things are until you get right up with them like this and they'll pass you. A lot of weight in that lot. Alright, there's the farmer with his quad bike behind them, and obviously they'll have the collie dogs and all driving them along. And there's a little van behind them again. They're waiting to get past, obviously. So this is the new farm technology. You don't use sheepdog anymore, you just use quad bikes. And that's it, we've been released, we can go, because the beasts have gone past. So this is the drive back down towards Middleton Hall. So head back home, and the A697 obviously. But you go via WOOLER first. If I had a four-wheel drive, I would just drive straight over the crossroads and go over that shortcut back to the A697, that which you've got to cross the ford. But this is not my car, it's a hire car, so I can't do that. And obviously it would take a couple of miles off our journey. It says now on my GPS there about cows coming along the road. It's quite a steep road this, you come up past Middleton Hall area. So if, like you say, if you meet a vehicle coming the other way and there's hardly any passing places and you pull off the side of the road and you go into soft mud, you get stuck. And you're in a world of hurt. So you go to the bottom of here and then you've got to be very careful that there's a right turn past the there's the post box I was telling you about earlier on the wall. It's a right turn and then a left turn. There's a sign posted there, Langley Ford, 4 miles. Left turn here and then down the road, and it takes you back to the crossroads where you can turn right to go to the Middleton Farms and the ford across the river, or turn left to go towards back to WOOLER. So we'll obviously be turning left to go to WOOLER. So even that's saying prepare to turn left, so it's going to take you back that way towards WOOLER. So we must know that that road's got a ford. straight ahead, you know what I mean? I would want to right to take the Middleton Halls, and then obviously you turn left later on, join the A697 where the South and North Middleton signpost is. But if you want to take the shortcut, you go straight across there down that stony pathway, and then you come to the ford at the bottom of the hill. But it's really bumpy, full of holes, and just not good for a normal everyday road car. It's alright if you got a quad bike or a four-wheel drive, but not in this car. But we'll head back towards WOOLER now, along this road, which is about 2.5–3 miles, if that. Big pheasant on the side of the road there. So this countryside here is just teeming with wildlife. Whenever you go anywhere from WOOLER, you know for a fact that you're going to be stuck in the middle of the countryside, full of wildlife. Absolutely beautiful. I can just see across to the right there's WOOLER caravan site, the start of the caravan site on the side of the river. So this road is running parallel with the A697, and here's another crossroads that you've got to go straight over though. One goes into the farmer's field and the other one goes down to a farm. But this lane will just take you back down Church Street into WOOLER, then we'll turn right and go back down the Peth and join the A697 again, turn right to go past the caravan side. Now when you're coming along from WOOLER, there's a turn off there which says Harthope Valley, but you bypass that one and you go to the next one and turn right at the junction, the crossroads, and then that's the way that you go to Langley Ford. So did you hear a beep off there because it stopped recording? So it goes so long that the switches off. So I'll press record again. There's the 30-mile-an-hour sides coming up. That means we're getting back to WOOLER again. Back down the hill into beautiful WOOLER. You pass the two churches again. The first one's on the right, then the second one straight after on the left, the Methodist Church. There you go. So we'll pass the first church. If you're not in any hurry to go home, I could have turned left at the bottom and went up that common lane to see how far the road goes for a future walk. But I don't know if it's a one-way system. It didn't look like it on the map. I forget what it's called at the bottom end where it meets the high street. But on the map it's called two names. One's Common Lane and the other one, it's, you know, like, because part of it's like housing and then the rest is just like farmland. As you get up past the farms and all that.
Now turn right.
So that's what they call this street, Peth Head. Whichever way you want to. I don't know if you're in a hurry to go home, Jim. This is it, Ramsey's Lane. Is it Ramsey's Lane? Ah, you've got to go up there, I think it is, Jim. Up there, you've just passed it, Ramsey's Lane. And turn round. Where that tractor was coming down, that's Ramsey's Lane. That's the two names, Ramsey's Lane. Then it turns into Common Lane, and it looked like I thought it was a one-way system at first, but it's not. But it's just that thin at the bottom where you meet the main road. You just got to be careful in case anything's coming down at the same time. See with the brown sign saying Wooler Common. Turn right there where that white van's just gone. Ramsey's Lane. Then this just keeps going up and up and up and up and up and up for miles. And then when you think you're coming to a car park where you can't go any further, you can. It goes beyond that again. But it's just another country lane out of Wooler going up into the hills. Straight up all the way. Just watch out for anything coming down. Because it goes into a thin lane right at the top. Past these cars. So we might as well find out why this far up, we might as well do it, and then if we want to come and do the walk from here right across the Cheevis to the Collard Valley, you can go miles up here in the car. Miles. So you see, this is all like houses area. Then where it says this T junction, that's when it turns just into a lane that you can drive so far up. And then you see some cars parked on the right hand side, but you can still go further. Wooler Common. Let's ask me to do a U-turn to go back home. I mean, I might as well use the petrol as well because I filled it up. Whoa, yeah, whoa.
Please follow the road for 1 mile.
Bloody hell.
They were on the maps as well, still there over years, see it there. This is the cattle grid now, yeah. Wooler Common Woodland Park, that's what it's called. So we'll see the Cheevis straight ahead. So it goes right along, and you get higher and higher and higher, so you look down at the valley on your right. And there's a proper car parking space at the top. You can actually turn around, and there was about 12 cars in the car park when I looked at the maps. But I bet it gets packed in the summer, absolutely packed. See, so for people who are getting on and they can't walk as far as you're young, you can come right along this road as far as you can and then climb up on the mountains, go right across the top towards the top of the Cheeviot and then look down in the Collard Valley. And then you'll not be. This is it. This is the car park. Yeah, I think that's the first one, and there's another one further up. We see the cars parked. That must be the second one that I seen. Yeah, looks like the main car park. Aye, this is it. So I don't know if you can actually go any further, or you've got to leave the cars here. Oh, there's an information board there, we can find out on there, Jim. Explore Wooler Common Woodland Park. So everyone, we've driven up this road from Wooler itself, the town centre, up Ramsey's Lane, then onto Common Lane, and you just keep coming up past the houses. Then you pass 2 car parks on your right, a little one and then a main one, where you do the Wooler Park walkway, where people sit and have picnics and stuff. Then we've driven just up past a farm and come up the road as far as we can, and then we've come across this car park where we are now, and then obviously you get to this point in the road, and then you see end of public road, no vehicles beyond this point. So if you're a walker, this is as far as you can go by car, which would be handy for me to come all this way and then start walking, so I wouldn't get fatigued quickly, because you're halfway up the mountain there now. So across that way would be Kurt Newton from Arkeld Wooler, over the top of that mountain there and down the other side. And that way you'd keep walking towards going on the other side of the Cheviots, and then you'd end up looking down into College Valley, which is, it'll probably be about another 5 miles from here, I would imagine. But that'll be a beautiful walk along the main road there, so it won't be hard going, just slightly uphill all the way, with no climbing. So it'll be worth coming up here and trying to walk from here. But the countryside around here is absolutely gorgeous. I'd love to share this with you. All that yellow gorse on the side of that hill there looks beautiful. So with these sheltered huts scattered all along the countryside around here, I've noticed for cattle or sheep to get in when it's inclement weather. Because obviously you can imagine up here when it's snowing it must get bloody freezing. But that's another one from the Domino Duo. Bye for now, till the next one. Right, I'm resumed recording because I've stopped the car just a minute to get my seatbelt back on, but this is the first form you see from the car park where you think that you can't drive any further. But we've come up just to see exactly how far the road goes before you have to stop. So when you get to the last car park on the right hand side where it opens up and says the Woodland Park at Wooler, you can drive like another mile or so, and then there's a major car park turnaround point on your right hand side, but that's where it says no more vehicles beyond this point, so that's where you've got to stop. But I mean, even if you come up to this car park here on the left that we're passing now, there's some beautiful walks from here as well, and picnic areas. People come with their dogs. There's a big pheasant going across the road now. There he is, the size of him. And that's the car park that we're stopped to get the notice board information. And this is like a walkway for people with their dogs and picnic area. So there's the first car park where you can actually turn around in there. And now we're heading back down into Wooler Town Centre itself. So you go down Common Lane past the houses, then it turns into Ramsey's Lane as you approach Wooler High Street. It's just like, as you can see, it's one track country lane as usual, so you just got to be careful for any traffic coming the other way. There's an old ruin of a house over there. Cattle grid again. Looks like another walkway or something gone off up there, no? That's just a farmer's gate. I wonder how long these have been here, these containers.